Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, online and offline. Online, guys, my voice is clear. Am I audible? Is it clear or not? Online, guys, please respond. Anybody? All right. And what was discussed last class? Groups is completed. Okay. What is the last class? What I was discussed? I think groups just I started. Um, off, off. No, no, open. Off. Open check. Do open check. Stand. Stand. Yeah. Okay. See, if you want to use the groups, how you guys are able to use groups? See, for example, this is our package. I think groups also completed, guys. Nodes not completed. Okay, done. Groups also completed. Yeah, just a minute on, guys.
Now it is audible. Online guys. Now it is audible. Okay. The last class we discuss groups, how to do the groups. We discussed the last class. And today we are going to discuss about data provider annotation. Data provider annotation. See, you guys are observe. Just I will make a data provider annotation. Just I want to click on the public static void main. You guys are observe data provider by using TestNG framework, how to send the data, number of data. For example, if you want to do the positive testing and negative testing, how you guys are able to do the positive testing and negative testing, already I show you in Selenium. Okay. So by using TestNG framework, how we are able to send the data, I will show you. See, you guys are provide the object in method level. You no need to use the return type. Okay. Here you guys are observe object data equal to object, and here we need to provide a size. Here we need to provide a size. Okay. Here we need to provide a size. Once you guys are provide the size, this is by using TestNG. Okay. Once you guys are use the size, you guys are need to provide data 2 by 2 matrix. What is the first one in 2 by 2 matrix? What is the first position? 0, 0, 0. First position 0, 0. Next one 0, 1. See, and here data 0, 1, 0, 1. Data 0, 1. And here we need to provide password. Here we need to provide password. And after that, data 1, 0. And data 1, 1. So I provided the positive and a negative, and here you guys are unable to maintain the return type. You guys are unable to maintain the return type. See, there is no return type inside of the method. The return type is not there inside of the method. What I need to do? Here return type is not there. What we are expecting here? Void. Void we are expecting. But inside of the method we provided one object. So, and what we are expecting here? I need to return the data one method to another method. If I want to return the data one method to another method or one class to another class, I said clearly something we need to use. What I'm saying? Yeah. See, we need to call return statement. We need to use return statement. I said clearly, if you guys are unable to use return type, the time we need to use the return statement. Is it clear or not? And here I will create one method, public void, send data, and inside of the string name, string username, string password. Okay, you guys are observe, this is not a test. This is the data provider. Just name equal to, I will provide name equal to login data. Just import data provider, and here text data provider equals to login data. Data provider equals to login data. See, you guys are observe, this name I need to call inside of this method. See, whatever you provided the data, this complete data we need to call here. We need to call here. And after that, you guys are able to write driver dot find element. So we are unable to get the Selenium WebDriver methods. What happened? We are unable to get Selenium WebDriver methods. What is the issue here? What is the issue? What is the issue, guys? See, when I put the dot here, automatically we are expecting methods. But here it should not display the method. What happened? What happened online and offline? Huh? You don't know? Here we don't have a WebDriver method. Where is the WebDriver method? The WebDriver method is there inside of the main class. Inside of the main class. So if I want to send the data, I need to provide the main class or not. Launch method is required or not. Without launch method, how you guys are able to send the data? So we need to call here import. Now we are able to get the methods. See why? Because inside of the main class, main method, WebDriver is there. So without WebDriver in this class, we are able to call the methods. How we are able to call the methods? Once you guys are extend the main class, after that we are able to call the all WebDriver methods. We are able to access all WebDriver methods. So here you guys are observe. Now I need to write static by uname equals to by dot id. Static by password equals to by dot id. Okay. So now I need to call find element. We need to provide the uname. We need to provide the uname dot send keys. What I need to provide send keys? Username I need to call. When I call the username, the first data will be entered and driver dot find element dot send keys. We need to provide password. When I use the password, this will be entered. This will be entered. And after that, driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicity wait 10 seconds time unit dot seconds time unit dot seconds. Okay. After that, what I need to do? I want to click on the login button. Static by equals to login by dot id. We need to provide here login. Once you guys are provide the login, here also driver dot find element login dot click. Login dot click. I will explain one more time. You guys are listen. Data provider. I need to create a one method. Inside of the method, I no need to use any return type. Why? Because I need to return this data one method to another method. Okay. See, I create the object. Once I create the object, I provide the data. Once I provide the data, I need to return the data. I need to return the data. And after that, and once I return the data, Once I return the data, and we need to call this login name inside of the this method. Why? Because why I need to provide this name here? I need to access the data provider data. Okay, you guys are observe at the rate test data provider equal to login data. At the rate test data provider equal to login data. What is the data provider name? Login data. This name I need to call inside of here. Once I call this one, I need to pass the arguments type 3. I need to pass the argument. See, this related locator I will provide here. Name and password login. Send keys username. First username it will be entered. Next, this password will be entered and close the active window. Click on login, close the active window. Again, username it will be entered, password will be entered, click on login button. Okay, click on login button. So this is the process we are expecting. In main class, URL 1. Okay, done. So right click on here. I need to execute. Launch the browser and enter the first attempt. Click on login and next enter the second. Still it is loading. Yeah, again, this is the second time. Enter the data, click on login. If you guys are provide any data, bunch of data, that is also executed successfully. Okay, that is also executed successfully. So you guys are how to do the data provider. Okay, by using data provider, we are able to do the positive and negative testing. Is it clear or not? Okay, so before suit, after suit is there. Before suit is nothing but the suit, complete suit will be executed, and after suit, once suit will be executed, then after suit will be execute, close. You guys are able to provide the before method or before suit or before class or before after method or after suit, you guys are able to provide. Okay, both are same. Suit level we are able to execute. We are able to execute suit level. So this one you guys are able to understand this one. Is it clear? See, this is the data. Whatever you send, this is the username and password. Is it clear? Do you have any doubt? Okay, write down. Yeah. Groups in test ng. Okay. Groups in test ng. Write down. If we want to execute, if we want to execute any type of test cases, if we want to execute any type of testing, not test cases, any type of testing, if we want to execute any type of testing, any type of testing, we are able to execute, we are able to execute group level. We are able to execute group level. Full stop. If we want to execute the group level, create a class. If we want to execute, if we want to execute group level, create a testng class, create a testng class, provide, 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 provide group equal to, provide comma, group equals to retesting within the double quote. Provide group equals to retesting. See on the board, see on the board, see. Provide groups equal to retesting like this. Provide groups equals to retesting. Okay. Provide groups equal to retesting every method before, every method before. Provide groups equal to every method. Every method means, guys, our expected method. Okay, for example, this method we need to execute retesting. This method we need to execute retesting. So that method before, okay, every method or expected method before, we need to provide, we need to provide this one. So next one, every method we need to provide what I'm saying, last line, every method before, we need to provide every method before. We need to provide groups equal to retesting every method before, correct? That's it. Next line, if we want to execute these groups, if we want to execute these groups, create a XML file, create a .xml file, create a .xml file. Okay, create a .xml file. Next, right click on the expected class package, right click on the expected class package, right click on the expected class package, select the testng, select the testng, select the testng, choose the convert to testng, select the testng underline, choose the convert to testng underline, choose the convert to testng, choose the convert to testng, create a group of testng name, group of testng, group of testng XML name, group of testng XML name, click on finish, create a group of testng XML name, click on finish, click on finish. Okay, next line. Inside of the XML, inside of the XML, we need to provide the below commands. We need to provide the below commands. See in that one. See on the board. Write down below commands means only you can write down this one. Only this one. Done. Done now? Yeah. Okay. The next one. Yeah. See, if you want to provide the static keyword, we are able to access within the class only. Okay. I want to provide the static keyword. If I want to provide the static keyword, I am able to access within the class only that variable. Okay. Is it clear? If I want to use the static keyword and public, I am able to access from anywhere. I am able to access within the class only. Okay. If I want to use the static keyword, this one I am able to access within the class only. Okay. The next one, data provider. The next one, data provider. Put the heading data provider. Write down. If we want to do the if we want to do the positive and negative testing without making change the code, if we want to do the positive and negative testing without making change the code, without making change the code, without making change the code, we are able to do, we are able to do based on the data provider. We are able to do based based on the data provider. Okay. Yeah. We need to create a, next line, we need to create a data provider method with the annotation. We need to create a data provider method with the annotation. Okay. With the annotation, inside of that method, inside of that method, inside of that method, inside of that method, we need to provide the, we need to provide the expected data. We need to provide inside of the method, we need to provide the expected data, full stop, full stop, like 2 into 2, 2 by 2 matrix, like 2 into 2. You guys are able to understand? Like 2 by 2 matrix. Next line. If we want to provide the 2 by 2 matrix, if we want to provide the two-dimensional array, if we want to provide the two-dimensional array, if we want to provide the two-dimensional array, only we are able to provide two set of data. Only we are able to provide two set of data. Only we are able to provide two set of data. Two set of data. Okay. The date, next line. The data provider name, we need to call the data provider name. We need to call the data provider name. We need to call the another method, the data provider name. We need to call the another method, another method, full stop. Next line. From this method, from this method, from this method, we are able to, from this method, we are able to access the, we, from this method, we are able to access the set of data from data provider. We are able to access the set of data from data provider, from data provider. Okay. From data provider. Before execute data provider method, before execute data provider method, we need to extend the, we need to extend the main class. We need to extend the main class. Is it clear or not? Is it clear? Yeah, you guys are take the screenshot. Data provider. Done na? Yeah, take this. Okay. Then, okay, the last concept, cross-browsing testing. Okay. The last concept, cross-browsing testing. Guys, cross-browsing testing, how to do the cross-browsing testing in TestNG. Okay, next one, cross-browsing testing. If you want to do the cross-browsing testing, first of all, I need to provide all the browsers case-wise. Case-wise, case 1, browser Chrome, case 2, Firefox, case 3, Edge. Once I provide the all the browsers, if you want to execute a cross-browsing testing, must and should we need to create one more XML. Is it clear or not? I want to execute Firefox browser, must and should I need to create one XML. If I want to execute, if I want to execute Chrome, must and should I need to create one XML. Okay. So you guys are observe here how I need to create the cross-browsing testing. See, I will provide the cross-browsing testing inside of the scripts. Right click, other, TestNG. Just I need to provide here cross, cross-browsing, and click on finish. You guys are observe carefully. Okay. The method name is the cross. Just I created method name cross. You guys are observe clearly. Once I create the method, inside of the method, I will provide one argument. Which argument? Browser's argument. Not a browser. Browser's argument. Once I create the browser's argument, once I create the browser's argument, I want to switch to one browser to another browser. I want to switch to one browser to another browser. See, if I want to switch one browser to another browser, must and should we need to use switch command. switch to switch bracket browser dot browser dot mm, here we need to use driver dot no. Yes. See, before providing the implementation, before providing the implementation, you guys are able to provide the driver. Okay, driver. See, web driver, you need to provide web driver, and I need to import the web driver, and I need to import the not required extend here. Web driver. Okay, web driver. Once you guys are provide the web driver, I will provide the before class. Before class. Once you guys are provide the before class, this class you need to extend. This class we need to extend. This class we need to extend. Once you guys are provide the before class, one more method we need to use. One more annotation we need to use. That is parameter. That is parameter. See, parameter. And here we need to provide browser. Browsers. Parameters. Yes. Okay. We need to provide browsers. Okay. Parameters, not a meter, meters. Browser. Okay. Web driver first. Before class. What is the before class? What is the before class? How it will be execute before class? Before class, how it will be execute? Before method is there. Before after method is there. Like a before class, how it will be execute? That is I am asking. Yes. How it is execute? Please read that one, guys. Okay. The before class will execute every methods before one time. Every method before one time. So you guys are observe. Once you guys are declare, you need to provide switch browsers dot to lowercase. Why I need to provide the to lowercase? I want to switch to browsers to lowercase. See, to lowercase means I need to provide case is the lowercase. See, here I will provide case within the double code Chrome. This is the lowercase. This is the lowercase. And here I will provide system.set property and webdriver dot chrome dot driver. and go to drivers. Chrome, copy as path, copy as path. Just you need to provide here driver equal to new Chrome driver. Next, driver dot get URL. Okay. Next, driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicity wait 10 seconds, and after that here we need to provide time unit dot seconds, time unit dot seconds. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. It is clear. Import. You guys are observe clearly here. Yes. I want to switch to lowercase. Which is the lowercase? Chrome is the lowercase, completely lowercase. If you want to provide the uppercase here, it is not execute. What we are mentioned to lower case. The next one, I need to apply break. I need to apply break. Once it is execute, once it is execute Chrome browser, I will apply the break. And after that, what I need to do? Second case. What is the second case? Fire. The second case is the fire. And again, I will provide the complete information under the fire. What I need to do here? I need to provide gecko and copy as path. Control S. And here we need to provide Firefox driver. Firefox driver. And after that, we are going to provide case edge. Case edge. And we need to provide same and here we need to provide edge and go to driver edge copy as path. We need to remove control S. Okay, I need to provide the URL. Just I will provide URL. See, you guys are able to use one more method also, Amazon, one more application also, Amazon. The edge I need to use Amazon. The edge I need to use Amazon. And you need to use Flipkart also. You guys are able to provide Flipkart also. Control S. You need to apply the break. Okay. Break. And here we need to use, yeah, we need to apply break. See, if you want to write the cross browsing testing, first we need to provide WebDriver. First we need to provide WebDriver. Next, before class, parameter, browsers, and after that we need to provide one argument, and after that here we need to provide one switch. Why? Because if you want to switch to one browser to another browser, you guys are provide the switch browsers to lowercase, which is browser name is lowercase is there, only that will be access. Okay. And after that, here you guys are able to write default driver equal to null. If you guys are provide any different browser, Safari, the default equal to null. The default equal to null. And after that, we need to create a method. After that, we need to create a method. Public void send data. Public void send data. Annotation text. Annotation text. Here, I need to create the here I need to create the object for the login Salesforce. See, obj equal to new. Mm, 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 mm. Login Salesforce extends import okay. Is it clear? See guys, send data, username and password send data is available here. Is it clear or not? The send data is available here. So I want to call this method. This method is there inside of the naresh.com.common package. I want to call this method by using extend this class name inside of the cross browsing. See, I extend the class name. Once I extend the class name, I am able to get this method. I am able to get this method. If you want to execute, if you want to execute You are able to understand the cross browsing or not? Understand or not? Shall I repeat? Okay. First of all, you guys are need to create the first of all, you guys are need to create the one cross browsing class. Inside of the class, first in global level WebDriver parameter before class, we need to declare. Global means what is the global means? Global, what is the global? Huh? Global means what is that one? Global. Instance variable. Okay. Instance variable. You need to create a WebDriver parameters and before class. Inside of the parameters, whatever you provided arguments in method level, whatever you provide argument in method level, that one you can, that one you can provide inside of parameter. It is clear? Once you guys are provide the argument in parameters, inside of the method, we need to provide one switch command. Inside of the method, we need to provide one switch command. In this switch, whatever you provide the argument, dot to lowercase. I was provided different types of browsers. I provided different types of browsers. Okay. See, I need to pick which is lowercase. That browser I need to pick. So switch browsers dot to lowercase. So immediately we are able to pick the expected browser. How you guys are able to execute the browser? How you guys are able to execute the browser? I said one thing. What is that one? I said if you want to execute the browser, something is required. What is that one? Huh? If you want to execute the cross browsing testing, something is required. I said, what is that one? Huh? This is the cross browsing. Right click on here, go to test ng, convert to test ng. You need to change here cross and click on finish. What I'm saying, must and should we need to create the one XML file. And here you guys are cross. And here I need to use parameter. Parameter. What is the name? Name, parameter name. What is the parameter name? Browsers. You can declare here. What is the value? What is the value? Chrome. You can declare here. Control S. But our cross browsing testing is there. Okay, two classes you need to remove, not required. Only we need cross browsing testing. Is it clear or not? It is clear. Everyone is able to understand. If you want to execute the cross browsing testing, must and should we need to create a one XML. In the XML, parameter name equal to browsers, value equals to your expected browser name. Your expected browser name. Once you guys provide your expected browser name, you can execute. Right click on here, run as test ng suite. I am expecting only Chrome browser, Salesforce. And click on login. Enter the data and click on login. So this is how many times it will be launched? One, two, three times. Yes. Just a minute. But number of times it is executed, but it is not our expected. It is not our expected. So I need to stop the execution. This is not our expected. What happened here in this cross browsing? We did extend here. You need to remove this one. Come down. String parameters. Chrome. Fire. Okay. Just here we need to provide priority equal to 0. Okay. And go to cross, right click. Break is apply or not. Cross. Break is there. Break also is there. Okay, I got it. Ah, that's it. We provided at the rate test is there. Before class is there, at the rate test is there. Both is there. Only one time. Okay. Only one time. So now you guys are observe cross extend right click run. Okay, when we are extend, yeah, two times. Why? Because there we are extend the class. In that class, we are extend. See, I will show you why it is execute two time. I will show you. You can observe. This is the cross. Okay, we are calling this one. Right click, open declaration. See, here extend this one. Which one? Script. See, Here extend main class. That is the problem. You guys are able to understand or not? It is clear. That's why it is execute two time. So if you want to skip that one, if you want to skip this one, how you guys are able to skip, I will show you. How you guys are able to skip, just stop and go to script, this one, class, go to open declaration. So I no need to provide remove. If we are remove this one, automatically we are able to get the error. Why? Which error? WebDriver error. It is better to write a simple code here. It is better to write simple code here. See, driver dot find element by dot id. You need to provide username dot send keys, username dot send keys, and driver dot find element by dot id dot send keys, and after that driver dot find element by dot id login. Which login? Yes. Control S login dot click. That's it. Mm, right click on here. Just only one time. Only one time. It will be close. Which browser will execute? Chrome browser. If you want to execute file, just you guys are declare inside of the here, just you need to provide file. If you want to execute edge, you need to provide edge. That is the process. Is it clear or not? Yes, it is executed successfully. This is we call how to do the cross browsing testing. It is clear, everybody. Online and offline, it is clear. Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt, guys? Online guys, is it clear? Everybody? Everybody is clear? Yeah. We need to create a class. Under the class, we need to provide WebDriver driver before class parameter. Inside of the parameters, whatever you provide the argument, that argument you need to provide. Okay. And after that, you need to provide switch browsers dot to lowercase. Browsers dot to lowercase. And after that, why I need to provide the to lowercase? I want to pick the which is lower browser is there. That one I need to pick. And you need to provide, you need to get the browser, you need to provide the Chrome related information and apply the break. If you guys are unable to apply the break, automatically remaining it will be execute. So you can stop only for browser. If you want to stop only for browser, Chrome browser, you can apply the break. And after that fire, same like if you want to send a data, you need to provide priority 0. And if you want to provide any data, for example, if you want to provide send data by using in Amazon, so you guys are provide edge, you guys are able to write a send data in Amazon related code, and you can execute inside of the parameter here. If you want to execute the cross browsing testing, must and should we need to create a one XML file. Inside of the XML file, parameter, browser name is the browser, value is the browser name. Browser name. Is it clear, Narsimha? It is clear. Everybody is clear. Yes, you guys are right down. The cross browsing will execute. The cross browsing will execute one by one, one by one. The parallel browsing will execute at a time all the browsers. Okay. The cross browsing will execute one by one, one by one. The parallel, one by one, it will be execute. Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to write down that one also. The cross browsing will execute one by one browser. The cross browsing will execute one by one browser. The parallel will execute at a time all the browsers. The parallel will execute at a time all the browsers. All the browsers. Okay. Next, if you want to do the cross browsing testing, if we want to do the cross browsing testing, if we want to do the cross browsing testing, create a testng class, create a testng class, create a testng class, and create a testng class and create a method inside of that class, create a method inside of that class, create a method inside of that class. Okay. The next one, in global area, in global area, in global area, we need to provide below 3 common methods. We need to provide below 3 common methods. The first one is the WebDriver. The second one is the first one is the WebDriver. The second one is the before class. Before class. Next one is the parameters equal to parameters equals to bracket, inside of the bracket, argument name, argument name. Browser is the argument. Okay. Argument name, argument name. Next line. Inside of the next line, inside of the method, we need to provide the switch command. Inside of the method, we need to provide the switch command. Inside of the method, we need to provide the switch command. In this switch, in this switch, we need to provide in this switch, we need to provide two lowercase method. In this switch, we need to provide two lowercase method. After that, all the browsers we need to provide after that, all the browsers we need to provide case wise, underline case wise. All the browsers we need to provide case wise, underline. Next line. Every browser after we can apply the break. Every browser after we can apply the break. Is it clear? Clear or not? Every browser after we can apply the break. Okay. After completion of the all browsers, we need to provide default. We need to provide default colon 2 dots on the board 44. All the browsers we need to provide default. See on the board 44. Default colon driver equal to null. Next, if you want to execute a cross browsing testing, we need to create, if you want to execute a cross browsing testing, we need to create .xml file. Inside of the XML file, we need to provide the below command. We need to provide the below command. Okay. We need to provide the below command. Write down this command. Parameter name browsers, whatever you provide the argument. Okay. And the browser is the our expected. Okay. It is done. Next, second framework tomorrow I will discuss. Okay. And only one day data driven. Next Cucumber 2 days. And after that API I will discuss. Total guys, Is it clear, everybody? Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I will continue tomorrow for Raina. Yes, I will unmute if you want to talk. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you want to talk, anybody, please raise your hand. I will provide access. You are able to talk. Anybody? If you want to talk, anybody, please raise your hand. Okay. And any doubt, guys? Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I will continue tomorrow. Bye. Do you want to? If you want to provide any Safari browser, the browser is not there. Default driver equal to null. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah, Dasu, I will explain. What is that one? Exceptions. I mean, that is the Java exception. Java, you need to update. Okay. The Java you need to update. So we got a Java related error. See, Java unsupported class version error. We got that error. And the security testing Pavani done by non-functional tester, not our end. The security testing is done by non-functional testers. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, the security testing is done by non-functional testers. They will identify and cover the security loopholes from getting hackers. Okay, the main intention of the security testing, identify, protect the application information or data. Practice is one different. Yeah, for good bit. రోజు మర్చిపోతున్నాను ఈ రోజు ఇది పెట్టడం మర్చిపోయి ఆన్లైన్ కేబుల్ మర్చిపోయాను మర్చిపోయలేదు మర్చిపోయాను సార్ మైక్ స్విచ్ చేయడం మర్చిపోయి మీరు కాల్ మాట్లాడతారని చెప్పి ఆఫ్ చేసి పర్లేదు చూసుకో సరే